Hey folks, so we're going a little off topic today. We are talking about shaving. I know, right? This is a gun channel. Why are we talking about shaving? Well, this isn't just a gun channel. We do occasionally talk about politics. We talk about men's or social issues in general. I try not to get too dogmatic about it, but there are things that I think are worth talking about. And one of those things I think is little rituals or routines that we can put into our lives or integrate into our lives that make our lives better without necessarily costing a lot of money, taking a lot of time, or interfering with other aspects of our lives. Now, most of us, even if we have a beard, even if you are a guy with a pretty much full beard, right, you have to do some shaving. In my case, I've got this, but I shave this, I shave under here. I still have to shave every day or every couple days unless I want to get pretty scruffy. And I was using cartridges like most people. Never really liked it. I have previously used a couple alternatives and decided to go back to one of them. I saw a package offered in the local grocery store that was like, hey, that was actually a good way to shave. I like that. And I'm looking at the price of the cartridges and going, really? Like it just went up again. And most of us in my audience, right, we would prefer to not support companies like Gillette or Harry's Razors. If you're not familiar with Harry's Razors in terms of the politics, familiarize yourself. You may not want to do business with them any more than you want to do business with Gillette. By the way, Gillette is a Procter & Gamble company. You may not want to do business with Procter & Gamble. Up to you. I'm not saying you have to do that. That is my personal preference, right? So, moving on. Shaving. Why do I think this is important? Well, I think that in modern life, men have lost a lot of little rituals. Things where they were touchstones in our life. Polishing shoes. Most guys don't polish shoes anymore. Doing up a tie. Most guys don't put on a tie anymore. Just these little daily tasks that were part of being a man, we've lost. And I mean, pick whatever yours is. If you're traditionally a blue collar, background, there are rituals that go with that. Cleaning tools at the end of the day, wiping them down, putting them back where they're supposed to be. Things like that. Doing maintenance on your vehicle. Even guys who are 100% capable of doing it usually take it in. Why? Time, specialized tools on modern equipment, modern vehicles. The fact that you need a special scanner and computer to do half the work because the manufacturer made it almost impossible to do yourself. Just over and over. These little things that were normal in our prior life, in our prior existence as people, they're gone. And I think they're important. And shaving is one of those things that, particularly for men, it's very easy to create that ritual again. That taking a little time for yourself, doing something you have to do anyway, and making it an experience and not just a chore. That's the key. It's an experience. It's an event that will have emotional and physical effects, I guess is the best way to put it. You will feel something, both mentally, emotionally, and then also physically. Your shave will be a particular way, right? There will be feedback of how well you did that day, right? You're going to feel your face. Baby smooth? Good? Not so good. Missed the spot a little bit, right? Different soap feels different. Different aftershave feels different, smells different. Different pre-shave felt different, smelled different. You can pick which olfactory experience you want based on the shave products you use. Well, you don't really get a whole lot of good choices if you go to the grocery store and you pick out some Gillette shaving cream, right? And it smells pretty artificial. It's not great. Well, you don't have to shave with a cartridge, but you don't have to go like hardcore into straight edge. There's something in between, and they literally call it a safety razor because it's more safe than straight edge. Not safer than the double or the cartridge system, but let's face it, you can cut yourself with the cartridge system too. So double edge razor system uses these guys. This is a double edge razor. They often use them in razors that are called safety razors, but most of us just call them double edge razors. They are extremely thin, extremely sharp, and extremely cheap. That blade is worth about 7 cents. I take that back. That blade is worth 5 cents because I paid $5 for 100 of them. Yeah. I will get 2 or 3 shaves out of that blade. I'm not going to get 10 shaves like you might out of a cartridge, but I got news for you. Most of those shaves out of that cartridge that you think you got 10 shaves out of, they weren't very good. You really got 3 or 4 good shaves, and then you were milking it because those cartridges cost you $5. So, just saying. The razor it goes in, there's a few options. This is what's commonly called a butterfly razor or a twist to open. You close it, there will be a blade in there. This is a 1940s style Gillette Super Speed, but these were literally the equivalent of buying a cheap Gillette razor at the grocery store. Not even a nice one. This was the equivalent of going to the store and buying the mid to low tier cartridge system from Gillette. They were in the grocery store for very little money. They were in the local drugstore and so on. There were even options that were even cheaper, but this was a pretty standard option at the time. It continued right on through the 60s and 70s. It was still pretty common, but this is a vintage razor. It was $25 on eBay. Just, yeah, they're readily available because Gillette made millions and millions and millions of them. They are not hard to get. They are in various conditions, but picking out a good one like that might cost you $25. A fully restored, replated, absolutely beautiful work of art version maybe costs you $120. Now, if you want to spend big money on a double-edged razor, you can. If you set a budget, somebody makes that razor. The other style is what's called a 3-piece or occasionally 2-piece, where this is permanently mounted to the handle. And on these, you would take that, lay it there, take your blade, lay it on top, take your base plate, put that on top, screw them together, give it a little snug, done. Now, this is very common. This is what's called a 42C by Merkur. The 34C is the 2-piece version with a slightly different handle. It is considered one of the most popular beginner double-edged razors on the market. It was on some talk shows and things like that, and it has been widely talked about. Same razor, just this one's made out of 3 pieces and has a different handle, but functionally the same. This is Barbasol 1919 shaving cream that is literally meant to be used like you would use any modern shaving cream. Squeeze some out, rub it on your face, shave. That's it. But it recreates a classic kind of shaving feel and experience, and is designed to be used with double-edged razors. Now, personally, I did not like this. I thought it did a relatively poor job for me, but relatively, it worked well, and it did give me that experience, and other people like it quite a bit. I'm not downing this product. Part of this is that you will have to find your own preferences. Just like with firearms, your favorite, your buddy hates it. Your buddy's favorite, you can't hit the broadside of a barn with it. Everybody's gonna be different. This, by the way, is very cheap. You can buy this in store for like $6. It's the cost of a standard can of shaving cream. This is the other end of that price spectrum. This is $15 for a 75 milliliter tube. And while you don't need a lot of it, you can apply it similar to this. You can lather it up by hand and put it on your face, or you can lather this up with a brush and a bowl. Do the whole process, right? Very nice, very luxurious. Still not top tier for experience in most people's estimations. I like this because it's easy and relatively quick if I want to be quicker. But this one's sandalwood. There are plenty of other options. I don't have a sense of smell, so I don't really care, but other people do. And sandalwood is extremely popular right now. The farthest end of the spectrum in terms of time, experience, and energy is something like this. This is a smaller tub of soap. And literally, you open it up, and there's soap in the bottom of that. And you would take your brush and go swirl, 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 some water, make some lather, get it on your face. You can use a bowl, you can do it right in here, you can do it on your face. I'm not going to get into a whole lecture on how to lather. There's a million videos of this. And for this, just this company alone probably has a dozen different scents available right now. Not even joking. There are probably thousands of options. Prices range from stupid cheap per use to, oh my God, did you win the lottery? Not even joking. But generally speaking, products like this, a soap in a tub, are cheap. This sample one, this is a big sample. This is a full 2-ounce sample. This may have cost me $8 or $7. I can probably shave for 3 months on what's in here easily. And I think that's key, because if you're not looking for another hobby, if you're not looking for something to dive in deep, but you want this experience, but you don't want to spend any more money, you can absolutely do this for less than cartridge shaving. After your initial expense, your day-to-day costs can be massively lower. Or this can be a new hobby. This can be another, it's like reloading. If you're serious about reloading just as an economy thing, yes, you can save money. If you shoot enough to pay for the equipment and the tooling involved, it's cost effective. Or you can have a new hobby and you shoot more and you spend money on extremely precision equipment and you're chasing the perfect load. And you have another hobby, on top of just the shooting hobby. You can do that. You can do either way. You can become a collector of razors, both vintage and modern. I know people who have hundreds of soaps. They literally have a catalog of what soaps they have to pick from. Aftershaves, right? There's literally thousands. Or there are people who, it's not a budget thing, it's not even a interest thing. They really like the Nivea aftershave product. Cheap, in Walmart, available, nothing special, but it works really well for them and they enjoy it. It's all about what do you like. But the experience of shaving this way, you have to slow down when you're doing it. It's not, right? It's a light touch. It's a careful movement. It is, you're feeling that blade on your face and you're doing it. You're in control of it. The lather feels much more real, much more immediate, much more of a real sensation on your face than the spray foam. The spray foam is such a dead thing. I don't even know how to describe it. Even if you're somebody who's been using like a shave butter or even a shave cream product kind of similar to this with cartridges, you are missing out. I think that the key here is that you're taking the chore of shaving and you're creating a almost barbershop experience. In fact, if you're curious if this is for you, if this is something you'd be interested in, find a good local barber, a traditional old school barber. Go get a shave. Tell them, look, I'm not sure I'm going to be into this or not. Give me the experience. Spend $50, right? Let that professional give you the hot towel treatment, the real lather, right? The feel of a blade against your skin. And then the end result of that shave. And then ask yourself if you would like to have that experience every day. Just saying. If this video does well, I have more content for this. I certainly, I'm experimenting with different stuff right now, and I could certainly do more videos. I just don't know if you guys are going to care. This is not a channel that historically has had this kind of content. I think it fits the market. I think that the people who watch my channel are the same kind of people that would appreciate this. So we'll see. Take care, have fun, keep shooting, and enjoy the... Wow. Almost did my wrong exit. Have fun, stay safe, keep shooting, and enjoy the shave.